Hello everybody, how are you? This is Karthik Poovanam. I'm a leadership coach, author and a travel explorer. How are you all? It's a very important thing, and I thought it would be great to share with you some very wonderful insights about why I have made a very fantastic decision almost like 6 to 7 years back, and I have no regrets on it. The decision was not to marry and also definitely not have kids. It's a very fantastic decision, and life has been incredible after that. I've never ever advocated that you should not be without a companion. You must definitely have your companion. Over that, maybe if you are a woman and you prefer a woman, you must it's an individual choice. I have a very wonderful lover, and we have a great time together. Well, how do you feel, loved one?
I feel immensely blessed.
Well, we both feel immensely blessed, and this is a very wonderful reality. I always tell her that the greatest gift that we have is we don't socialize. And when we don't socialize, what happens is you don't have people coming in between you and the world. The world, and the world is not in between you and your loved one. And secondly, you have a great opportunity to explore the inner child, be honest with what has to happen within yourself, and also experience a profound state of internal clarity and honesty, which perhaps is largely missing in a lot of relationships today. If you look at it, that's happening big time. So therefore, this is a very interesting thing, and I'll keep in detail about this video about how you need to be connecting in love and what are the profound advantages of not socializing in another video. But I wanted to bring out this wonderful decision, which another important decision that I made is not to have kids. And one thing, if you look at this world, let's look at this world right now. If you look at this world right now, what does it look like? Do you think the children are going to be wonderful? The children are going to be amazing? The children are going to feel absolutely fantastic here? Do you think they will be in these amazing places? You will be allowing them to be in these places? You will be putting them into those boring schools, boring colleges, and what do I say? Completely disgusting space where they will not be learning, exploring life at all. And then they will be put into judgments on the basis of how much marks they have scored, what is the percentage. And unfortunately, being a father, I will have to subject the kids into that kind of a terrible reality, which I don't want. And secondly, when I look at it today, if you look at largely, why people want to have children, why do they want to produce children? Mostly a child is like an assured old age insurance. Come on, don't deny about that. A child is essentially a old age insurance. So parents have this deep sense of exploitative mindset already ingrained, where they're just calculating every child that is born as an assured premium, and they're dumping this guilt, dumping this whole thing, and a large part of the society has joined into this extremely pathetic way of treating children as assured old age insurance. So do one thing, just think about it. If you're a parent, your child is not going to take care of you when you grow old. None of the investments that you're going to do is going to come back to you at all. In fact, they will live their life, they will enjoy their life. would you still be investing the kind of money, the time of attention that you are putting on your child? Or if you're a child, I want you to do this experiment. I shared it in one of my videos, I remember. Go and tell your parents you're not going to take care of them when they grow old. Your money is your money, your thoughts are your thoughts, and you will be living your life the way you love to. Just suddenly see all the love disappear. Because essentially people want some kind of an assurance that they will be taken care of, or there will be somebody by their side, and that's the reason why they produce children. And secondly, they want a boss, because most of the people are not capable enough of handling the world, or they are not in positions of leadership and authority, and having a child gives them this abnormal sense of controlling. They can control the child. The moment a child is born, they can control it. That poor child will not retaliate. When I looked at this deeply, I understood that I don't have an exploitative mindset, and I don't need a child to take care of me, because I know the art of creating a commune. I'm a leadership coach, author, and a travel explorer, and I only believe and I strongly know that there is love, and I channel my love to a beautiful woman. And soon, the age of 50 or 60, what people say, okay, you need someone to take care of you. Well, there'll be a lot of people. There'll be so many beautiful people like you. Maybe, if you're watching this, we can have a huge commune where, people can be a part of the system, where they can nurture each other, where they can, talk, sing. And why will people fall sick when they are very, very healthy within? So this whole absurd concepts of trying to have a child so that your future becomes secure or your old age becomes secure is a very, very rubbish phenomenon. I don't believe in it, and therefore I don't find this need for having a child for this reason. And secondly, I tried, having a child, bringing the child, not having a child, no, bringing a child and, taking care of the child. And I was annoyed by cleaning the shit of the child, for the first one day I got annoyed and I gave it back to their parents. So most of you don't understand that the photos that you see in the internet with the parents and the kids is just a very, very small fraction of the wholesome reality which is happening. Essentially, when a child is born, the mother is all that she's doing is cleaning shit, taking care, trying to breastfeed the baby, and the pain, not to forget the pain that she goes through, enormous pain. It's completely on a different level. And after that, the child keeps crying, it wakes up in the night. All these photographs, you don't see it in Instagram, you don't see it in Facebook, you do not see it in YouTube. You don't see any of these core realities which are happening anywhere mentioned. And when I look at, do I feel I will be interested in waking up and cleaning shit? No, I'm not interested. Am I interested, in investing and spoiling the future of the child? I have to send the child to the school because that's a norm. And the child has to go through all that mental torture. I would rather not invest that money on that child and spoil the child's future. I would rather invest it on myself and be in these absolutely amazing, incredible spaces. I would love to rather invest the same money watching the Eiffel Tower, travel the world, be with my loved one, experience life where when I look at the mirror, I don't feel ashamed of myself. I don't regret. I don't have guilt. So not having a child, not getting into a bonded relationship is freeing, has allowed me to be in a state where I'm experiencing freedom from guilt, freedom from bondage, freedom from all kinds of fear, freedom from exploitation, especially exploiting the woman, exploiting the baby. How many ways in which parents are exploiting their children? Just think about this. Unimaginable. The kind of guilt which is installed in the child, unimaginable. And when the person is going to the school, the child is going to the school and learning the subjects, I remember this, okay? When I failed for the first time in the mathematics, when I was in my 8th class, I could not even look at the face of my friends. Now I don't have friends, I have just loved one and spiritual companions. But that time it was not so. And the third is, I feel you are robbed out of grace completely. So school, what it does is it completely robs you out of grace. So I connect to the grace of Lord Balaji and I find myself immensely blessed when I say Jai 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 Balaji. It's a very, very powerful Jai 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 Balaji. Jai 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 Balaji. Jai 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 Balaji. So when I say Jai 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 Balaji, somebody may chant Jai Shri Krishna, somebody may chant Jai Sriman Narayana, someone may say Allahu Akbar, someone may say Praise the Lord, someone may say Why Guru. It doesn't really matter. It's all a very, very powerful code, and we need to choose our powerful code, which is through the utterance of which we will be transcending into grace, which is an amazing possibility, absolutely fantastic. And that's what is required largely today. And when you go about learning things that you don't like, and when you're not able to learn things that you don't like, and you are labeled as you're good for nothing, it's the most dangerous thing that could ever happen to the growth of humanity. When I failed and people were telling that you're good for nothing, when I used to not be so good in studies, people used to tell that you're not going to get anything in life, you will not be married, and I feel thankful for one reason, whatever they said, that should not be married. I mean, one should never be married. If you want to enjoy your life, you should never marry. If you want to have a great life, you should never marry. If you want to have a very, very fantastic youth-like experience, you must never ever marry. For all those who just feel you want a hot cup of coffee from a wife, or you're a wife and you just want to go and serve your husband, and you want one child and you want to just clean the shit of your child, definitely you should all marry. And may God give you the strength to bear your suffering. That's all that I say. Go ahead. And obviously you will have some courses to take down which is going to be an eventual part of it. But if you're seeking freedom, if you're seeking well-being, marriage and children are big no. So it's I'm a powerful supporter of antinatalism. I feel all the people who have taken the sensible step need to be rewarded from the government of this India. And myself, being someone who is extensively, I'm somebody who has traveled extensively around the world, who know me, and I do workshops for various people in the top layers of leadership with different government departments, and I will one day, or within a couple of weeks, will frame a draft and send it to the concerned authorities that when a decision is made not to produce children, especially in this polluted world where the child has to earn money for everything. The child is not coming out to just enjoy life. You're not producing a child where you can tell your child, hey, come on, just enjoy, just dance, just have merry, just smile. The smile is going to soon disappear. I feel it will be a terrible and the most cruel thing to bring more children into this planet and make them go through the suffering. And those who have taken this great and wise decision, like me, need to be rewarded. And that should be the highest civilian recognition that should ever be given, or sensible recognition that should be given, or some award towards sensible living must be given, which will be a huge encouragement to the rest of the world. Very soon I'm going to be drafting it and sending it to the concerned people. Whether they will take it or not, let the universe decide. So I'm enjoying my decision, and for now I'm going to have some wonderful time, and we are going to have some good wonderful time here, and it is such an awesome thing. And my lover is a doctor, and I want you to tell me, how do you feel about the decision of not producing children and being just in love and not marrying?
It is the best decision one can ever take.
And how do you feel in this absolutely vibrant relationship?
I feel immensely blessed, and I feel very grateful to wake up to this beautiful life, because this reality is far more beautiful and blessed than any human being can ever imagine.
Tom Tom.
Tom Tom.
So that's what it is. And I always tell this to my loved one. This is one of the greatest gifts I have shared with you. She used to, have this kind of a jerky reaction to enter into the society, what the society is saying, right? How nice it would be if we would get married and socialize and be a part of the society. But it's a terrible thing. And earlier I remember how you used to play with that friend or kid, and now you don't play with any kids. It's so nice.
I don't find them cute anymore, because that's where it all starts.
Children are not cute, they are really stupid. I want you to understand this. You are just taking advantages of their inability to respond. You don't go up to them and ask them permission when you're touching their body. You don't know whether they like it or not. They cry and you just try to just force yourself onto them. Another topic, all these things, but let me tell you, it's a great time to be in the planet when you live in a sensible way. If you don't have children, don't go to Babas, don't go to temples. In fact, the God really wants you to experience time without children. If you're not married, don't worry. There's no dosha, there is no kuja dosha or any other kind of shit. It's a blessed life. Explore love. Explore, treat your body with respect, treat your body with integrity. Very, very important. And live a life in harmony. Stay blessed, stay energized. This is Karthik Poovanam. I'm a leadership coach, author, and a travel explorer. And I will see you in another amazing video. Cheers.